In this lesson, let's learn about quadratic curves and ellipses. 二次曲線 .in. Let x squared over 9 plus y squared over 4 equal 1, and use the properties of ellipses to find the lengths of the major and minor axes in the focus. First, let's use the property of the ellipse x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared equals 1. For a greater than b greater than 0, the center passes through the origin, and the length of the major axis is 2a, and the length of the minor axis is 2b. The foci are 2 points, square root a squared minus b squared, 0, and negative square root a squared minus b squared, 0. The ellipse is symmetrical about the x-axis, y-axis, and the origin. The sum of the distances from a point on the ellipse to the two foci is 2a. Next, find a squared and b squared that fit the properties. If we do that, we find that a squared equals 9 and b squared equals 4. Solving this for a and b respectively, we obtain a equals 3 and b equals 2 from a being greater than b being greater than 0. Finally, let's apply the properties and calculate. Doing so, we get a equals 3 and b equals 2, and from that, the length of the major axis is 2 times 3, which equals 6, and the length of the minor axis is 2 times 2, which equals 4. The focus is square root of parentheses 9 minus 4 parentheses, which equals square root of 5. So the foci are 2 points, square root of 5, 0, and negative square root of 5, 0. The graph will look like the following. Now let's do some practice. Press the pause button and try to solve the practice problem. Once you're finished, press the resume button and mark what you got correct. Now let's check our answers. The answer to number 1 is a major axis length of 10, a minor axis length of 6, and the foci are 4, 0, and negative 4, 0. The answer to number 2 is 8 for the length of the major axis, 4 for the length of the minor axis, and the foci are 2 square root of 3, 0, and negative 2 square root of 3, 0. Were you able to answer both questions correctly? Finally, let's review what we have learned. Let x squared over 9 plus y squared over 4 equal 1, and use the properties of ellipses to find the lengths of the major and minor axes, as well as the focus. First, find a squared and b squared that apply to the property. Doing that, we get a squared equals 9 and b squared equals 4, and a being greater than b being greater than 0, which gives us a equals 3 and b equals 2. Finally, apply the properties and calculate. After that, check by drawing a graph. The graph should look like the following. That concludes this lesson.